there is a danger that it could go either way, honestly. Running from their feelings, if they continue to do that, they might forever run. Is it's a possibility. So it's a fine line. It's a fine line here. Welcome, Divine Feminines. This is your energy check-in, and we will be taking a look at your thoughts, your feelings, your intentions and actions. And if you are a Divine Masculine, then you will see what your Divine Feminine's thoughts, feelings, and intentions and actions are. Okay? So we'll get a card for each, and then we're going to clarify. We'll dig a little deeper and do some oracle guidance towards the end of your reading. All right. So let's get a card for Divine Feminine's thoughts at this time. Oops. Okay. We have the Queen of Swords in reverse for the Divine Feminine. And for their feelings, Divine Feminine, you have the Ten of Pentacles in reverse when it comes to your feelings. And intentions or actions at this time, let's see. Oh, intentions and actions, you actually have two cards here. You've got the Nine of Wands in reverse with the Devil. Ooh, a little mischief there, are we, huh? Let's go ahead and clarify these cards and see what this is about. We're going to start off with the thoughts. So Divine Feminine, why are you in a Queen of Swords in reverse energy when it comes to your thoughts? Yeah, I think the Divine Feminine has successfully detached their thoughts, their mind from the connection. Not in a bad way or anything like that, but I think they have full control of their mind now. I don't think they allow themselves to overthink anymore. I feel like they've conquered that. They have conquered that feeling, that space where when you don't know what's going on, you tend to do something drastic. I feel like the Divine Feminine is showing me they have that completely under control. Whatever they don't know, it's like, okay, I don't need to know. They're perfectly fine with that. You know, it does come off in a little bit of a cutting off energy, but I feel in this respect it would be considered healthy, just because they now have a really good control of the way that their thoughts are flowing. There's no overthinking from what I'm seeing here. It's really just like a clear detachment, but they're seeming to be doing well within that. They've found a balance here. Now, that's not saying that at times this Divine Masculine, this Divine Feminine doesn't think, but I don't think that they overthink anymore. That's what I'm trying to say. So when it comes to their feelings, we have the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. So why is the Ten of Pentacles in their feelings in reverse? Oh, okay. So just as what they've done with their mind, they've also kind of done it with their feelings. I'll be honest. It's like when it comes to their feelings, they're also detaching from it. They're also kind of leaving it behind. And what that means is that they're not putting in a lot of emotional investment or effort towards anything within the connection that would have them either hope or believe that there's a future in the connection, if that makes sense. Okay, so there's really a clear detachment with their mind and with their heart. I'll be honest, there's a lot of staving off that's happening here, where they're not allowing themselves to overthink, to even invest in this emotionally. They've kind of said stop. From what it's like, it's a stop. Okay, now I understand why the Nine of Wands and the Devil are here in the intentions and actions, because although this is somehow good, it may have a tendency to head towards something a little bad. Well, let's see in what way. When it comes to their intentions and actions, why do we have the Nine of Wands in reverse and the Devil? You know, I think it's because they've gotten tired. They have gotten tired. And it's like they're now taking on the tact of, you know what? I'm hands off now. It's like, I'm hands off. I don't want to deal with this anymore. And yeah, I feel like, yeah, they're making it, they made a choice about it. Because it's like they're saying, okay, and look at that at the bottom of the deck, the Two of Cups in reverse. It's a clear decision to be hands off. So that is physically, emotionally, and mentally in this connection. Now, the Lovers is in the upright here because I feel that even with this clear detachment, this clear cutoff that they've made, they still recognize the connection, but they're not letting it get the best of them anymore. I feel like they no longer want to be stressed about this. And you know, this devil energy, I was half and half, but I'm actually kind of getting it's not in such a bad way. It's like, I'll do what I need to do. And if I look like a bee, you know, a bee. If I look like that, then let it be. Let me look like that. Let me look like a bad bee. And it's like they're fine with that, because what they're doing right now is choosing themselves. They're choosing their health emotionally, mentally, and physically. They're choosing themselves. And if they feel they need to remove themselves in any of the ways that they can, they're doing it. And I don't want to see they totally don't care, but to a point, it's kind of the message they're sending, honestly. So that's a little surprising. Well, not overall surprising, but you know, it's a strong energy. It's very tough energy that I'm getting right now from the feminine. Let's dig a little deeper. So let's take a look at their thoughts. Their thoughts, clear detachment from overthinking, from whatever they can't understand. They're not going to bother to try to understand. It's actually quite powerful, honestly. Reminiscing, making memories, learning from the past, and perception. You know what? I think what this, yeah, you know what? I think what this feminine has done when it comes to their thoughts is they've realized that they've had a pattern of overthinking here when it comes to this masculine. And that every time they allowed themselves to reminisce, to think back on this, that's when they go overboard. That's when they get lost mentally. And I feel like they have worked very hard to resist that. And in some ways, they're kind of identifying the triggers that they have in their mental space when it comes to the masculine. And there it is. This to them, I'm not saying it's a karmic. I'm looking at the descriptions, and it's really just saying they've recognized that the intensity of the thoughts that they have and how it overpowers them, they've had to learn how to work on letting it go, which is exactly what they've done here. So I kind of get that this is not a feminine that is in their head thinking about this day and night, obsessed. No, it is a clear effort of not thinking about it, that if it does cross their mind, it goes straight out and they don't entertain it. Okay, so what about their thoughts? I'm intrigued, because we're probably gonna get the same old thing. So when it comes to their thoughts, ooh, I'm sorry, their feelings. Yeah, look, they're moving on. They're cutting ties. When it comes to their feelings, I feel like they're focused. You know what? They've put all their energy into whatever is making them feel abundant. That might be work. That might be anything related to abundance, like financial abundance. But it could also just be a positive mindset where there's a conscious effort to not replay the way that they process their feelings. In a way, just a little bit, it could be described as actually running from their feelings, but I don't really think they're doing that in that way. It can be seen as that, honestly, because they don't want to feel what they feel, but they're kind of trying to divert the energy towards something better, right? Towards something more positive and abundant. And in a way, yes, they're running from these feelings that they have, but I feel like it's them trying to cope as best as they can and trying to redirect the energy. Okay, there is a danger that it could go either way, honestly. running from their feelings. If they continue to do that, they might forever run. It's a possibility. So it's a fine line. It's a fine line here. When it comes to their intentions and actions, well, let's see what we have here. We've got the Phoenix card, which talks about renewal and growth. Love call. Dragonfly. Oh. Huh. I think this is the intention right here, to choose to cut off physically from the connection, choose to stand back, not do anything. But I think them doing this, it actually translates to some kind of communication coming in here. I think the very moment that they do really cut off is when things will progress, when something will happen for this connection, which is something that is always shared anyway, that idea of, you know, when you let go is when it comes in. And I feel like that's a potential here. From what I'm seeing, that's a potential. So that's what we have for the feminine's thoughts, their feelings, and their intentions and actions. So just like we did with the masculine, let's go ahead and get some messages from the feminine, okay? What does the feminine want to say to the masculine? If they could, what would they say? What would they say? I need to withdraw. Please bear with me. Yeah, I mean, yes, that is exactly what this feminine is doing. And I guess if they could tell the masculine, this is what they want them to know. That's so... A heart-to-heart conversation is coming. Let's get some more cards from the feminine. The feminine doesn't really want to give here, I feel, but it's all my fault. Okay, they may be taking some of the blame here. You are my inspiration. Your love heals me. My heart needs mending. Distorted feminine. Reconciliation. So that is what we have for the messages from the feminine to the masculine. Let's get some oracle guidance for the feminine. In what ways can the feminine be helped at this time? We have individuality. Talks about how every person has their own personalized study plan in this earth school. And I guess like this is the feminine's plan at this time, to detach in all ways possible, right? And this is a survival technique, yes. But also I think they know they need to just let this go. And if it's meant to happen, it'll happen. Gratitude. Feminine is being reminded to be grateful. Fill me with gratitude for all you give. May I be a vehicle for you wherever I go. So a reminder of gratitude is necessary. Surrender, right? Sometimes learning to surrender can feel as if you're dying. The ego learns what's hardest, to stop trying to control the whole universe. That is exactly what the feminine is trying to do. And I feel like the guidance is saying, continue to surrender, right? Continue to stop trying to control the situation, right? Flow. Allow me, divine, to move with the flow and respond with calmness and peace. I feel like that's also what the feminine is trying to achieve in the way that they've mastered their thoughts and controlled their emotions. They are trying to flow, just flow, right? Ease. So ease. We have, it's easy for me to receive. It's easy for me to receive. It's easy for me to receive. I think that is the intention at the end of the day, for them to become detached and cut off enough that it will just come in when it's meant to be ready. And courage. Let me be open to courageously take the steps that are shown. And you know what, feminines, you are definitely courageous enough. Courageous, more than courageous, actually. Anybody who goes through the twin flame journey, all the courage is already there. It's a matter of growing into it. It's a matter of recognizing it first of all, and then growing into it. And it's probably one of the most difficult journeys in life for those that are part of the journey. But seeing the feminine and their energy they're in, very detached. You're not going to see this feminine being affected by anything at this time. They're going to look like they're living their best life. And they probably are. They probably are. They're detaching severely enough that it actually just may turn the tide in this connection somehow. So that's what I'm really getting for the feminine at this time. And that's the check-in. And then we'll probably check in about a couple of weeks or so.